Welcome back to the podcast. I'm PH, your host, and you're listening to 1983. I have tried to record this episode like 10 times over. You may be able to hear it in my voice. I'm starting to lose it. I've been talking a lot tonight. But I wanted to say thank you, first of all, to everyone that's listening. We really do appreciate it, and we hope we're bringing you an entertainment value that's worth your time. Special shout out to everyone listening in on an Alexa device and everyone out there in Boulder, Colorado, Denver, Colorado. I think those are the two highest download cities in the US right now. We do have a few people from other countries listening in. Shout out to the people out in Oceania. I'm not sure, I haven't looked up where in Australia you're from, but we appreciate you listening in. There's quite a few people from Europe listening. Shout out to you guys too. I think Ireland and the UK are our highest listeners right now. We do have a few people listening in Germany. Yeah, this is kind of a different episode. We had a series going that's not doing so well. The downloads they're about 1/10 of what our previous series downloads were. So we're just going to move on from them. We're going to end it at episode 3. We're going to move on to... We're actually going to turn back. We're going to go back to the conspiracy series that we were talking about and try and incorporate some new conspiracies. Some of them that I think are probably actually a lot more truthful than a lot of people would let on. But we're also going to incorporate bringing guests onto the show. So we're looking for people out there that have stories about aliens, Bigfoot, insider information on conspiracy theories. We have a few people lined up to come talk to us, but we also want to spend a little bit of time every month allowing people that normally wouldn't be able to be heard, just allowing them to come on the podcast. And it's cool for some people to, even if it's just their family that listens into the episode, it's cool for some people to be able to come in and listen to people that they know tell a story about something that, they've probably heard about 1,000 times, but it's on the internet and it's on a podcast. And obviously we're not a massive podcast. We're not a fully professional podcast. I don't have, 17 different people working here, writing scripts and producing and all that stuff. And you can probably hear that in the audio quality or I stumble every so often. We don't edit many of the episodes, if we edit any. I think I've edited like 2 episodes, and it's because I was on a roll. I was going really well, and I just messed it up. But yeah, we're available over on Rumble. If you can find us, 1983 Podcast on Rumble, shoot us a message. If you know of someone that wants to come on the show, we're willing to listen to anyone. There will be some stipulations for people that come on. Obviously, you need to have a semi-decent internet connection. You'll have to be able to download the Discord app to your phone or your laptop, your desktop computer, and you'll have to be in a semi-quiet place to be able to sit down and have a conversation. But outside of that, there's not a whole lot we can do to verify people's stories, so we're going to let you hear those stories with a grain of salt, and we'll probably preface the episode with that. This is someone's personal opinion. It's not something that we've been able to verify. Obviously, if there's verifiable proof, we'll say that too. But the other thing that we wanted to talk about was bringing up new ideas. So if you have an idea for a podcast episode, feel free to send it in. Obviously, we can't pay you right now. I have a full-time job on top of this. But we'd appreciate some ideas. If you have information that you think is something that people need to hear, we do get quite a few downloads per episode. We're not monetizing this at all. We haven't asked for any sponsors. We haven't given up any slots. So obviously we can't pay anyone that gives up an idea like that. But if you'd like listening to the podcast, feel free to share your ideas. We're on Rumble. Follow us over there. We do have that Patreon. If you feel like given up $5 of your hard-earned money, you can feel free to go over there and donate to the channel. It'll be reinvested back into the channel. I make plenty of money outside of this. I don't necessarily need the money, but if you feel like you want to help out the podcast and make it a little bit bigger, feel free to go over there. Or if you can't afford or don't want to put any money toward the podcast, word of mouth is one of the best things that we've found. We have quite a few people that listen in now, and it's because their friend or their family member spread the word about it. If you think we're interesting and you think you know someone that would want to listen into the type of episodes that we do, most of them are short, between 5 to 10 minutes long. We don't do the long form podcast because we know people really just don't have the time of day to sit and listen to an amateur podcast for 2 hours. We probably will do some long form podcast episodes, but it's going to be few and far between, because we feel like more of the YouTube episode length does better for people. You're able to sit and pay attention for 5 to 10 minutes and, not get too bored with me droning on about the episode. But yeah, we need to give a shout out to all the people that have been coming back. We can see how many downloads come from a certain area and come from a certain device from that area. And it's obvious that there are some people out there that are listening to every episode, so we really appreciate that. I think we'll wrap it up there. There was a few more bullet points that I wanted to talk about right here, but we're already at 6, almost 7 minutes, so we'll wrap it up. Sorry for the boring episode, but we kind of wanted to get that information out there. Thank you for listening in. God bless, and hopefully you have a fantastic week.